spectacular ocean views not far away from the home of the Florida Atlantic Owls, FAU Stadium in Boca Raton, Florida, where they hope this game lives up to the setting. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Rice Owls, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Florida Atlantic Owls. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Owls offense will start this game off. And here comes this quarterback. When he takes the field, he brings a certain swagger and charisma out there that not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team better, but the belief is strong because he continues to make plays and be there for his team every time they need him.
Well, that one falls incomplete. You know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's man. This time on target. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The Owls moving quickly to the line. They didn't get too greedy there. They knew what they needed, and he gets it just past the sticks.
Yeah, and I'd like to see the defense maybe be a little bit more aggressive, a little more in the face, because QB sees easy access. I'm going to throw the football. My receiver's got a little bit of space. He can get the first down. I'd like to see the defense make him work for it a little bit more.
They'll go to the ground. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Handoff from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The 7th play of this opening drive. They'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. Between the uprights, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. So Rice's offense has its first opportunity of the day. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation.
Looking to take a shot. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. Touchdown Owls. Reeled it in and just made the house call. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Florida Atlantic races to the line. Looking to throw its man. Quickly out to the tight end. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. He's got great speed. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown Owls. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Makes the quick grab. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. Corners are walked up tight. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Looking for a man. It's Jenkins. They're trying to get to him.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Coming after it. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to pass. He's taking the shot. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. He'll keep it himself. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. And the Owls headed quickly to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on first and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Going for 6. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Owls. Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. What a return that one was. 95 yards. He took it back for 6. They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. To throw, it's man. Quickly to the tight end. How about that weight room work? He's showing off there as he gets across the 20. They'll mark it at the 22. DB's right up on the receivers. Off play action. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we've played one quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. He'll try to do it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains.
When QBs are able to do this and just pull it down after he sat back there in the pocket a little bit and go make plays, so frustrating for a defense. If I blitz and play man-to-man, nobody's looking at the QB. He can make a big play. If I sit back, he can still scramble, run up, and get a big play. So hard to defend this guy.
This Florida Atlantic offense is on a roll. They'll give it to him again. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. Going to try to get it himself. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly.
It's just so hard defensively to take your eye off this guy, especially on 3rd down. You've got to know that at any given moment, he can take off on you. They've got to do a better job on the back end, keeping their...
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he's knocked down. They come to the line 3 yards away from the first down marker. They've converted twice on this drive. He'll do it himself. Nice move there. He smashes his way through again. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. He'll pull it on the read. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Good, right down the boulevard. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Texas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Open runway ahead. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Rice. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Fires to the right. Got his man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. To the air on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Henry. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. He wants to throw it again. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team and see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fair catch called for and made. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. To the air, it's Jenkins. Scrambling away. Let's it fly. He's got it. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Those kind of plays can be huge huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45. Offense set on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sullivan. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He'll pull it down and run. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's looking to throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. The pass falls incomplete and there are 8 seconds left. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. He's looking to throw. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Going up top on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Snags it down the right side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Rice.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. Florida Atlantic about to boot it away and get this second half underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. He'll start this third quarter with a run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Jackson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Last 2 runs got a big fat nothing. Let's see if they try to go up top on 3rd and 10. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. Complete downfield. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. They're bringing heat. Hit as he throws. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. 1st down for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Offense in a bunch formation. Dropping back, it's Jenkins. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all day.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. Wants to throw on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and 1. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The Owls will hustle to the line. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Stumbled to the ground.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. And the ball will be down just outside the 30-yard line. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They go to the ground. Smashes through. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
No gain on first down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. Back to throw. It's man. Firing to the right, complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Throws to the wideout. Fires the pass, intercepted. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. Here comes the offense on first down. Running behind that left side. At the 45 on his way. Got room on the return. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. Gonna run it. It's Atkins. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. It's caught. He's finally got it out of bounds, and even with that kind of pickup, they are still short of the first down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, the lead's still at 15. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Give to the back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Rice has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Scanning the field, it's man. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that is interception number 3 on the day. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but a great field position for the O at the 37. The give to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. First down for this offense. He'll keep it himself. Still running at the 40. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
They give it to him again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on downs. Offense getting set for 1st down. He wants to throw. Going for it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
He's got him in the flat. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Fires left. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. And the Owls trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's dragged down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. Touchdown, Owls! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment, late in the 4th quarter, when you need the 2-point conversion?
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
Well, this was an offensive showcase.